Hi, I'm Tanzim and I'm a first year medical student at Monash University. I don't know when or if the excitement about that will die down, but it does feel pretty cool to be able to say that. Pretty much since we were asked questions about what we wanted to be when we grew up, my answer has never really changed from becoming a doctor. But you'd be surprised how little I actually knew about the whole process for someone who had wanted to do it all their life. I just want to say though, you shouldn't feel like you won't have a chance in med school if you're not one of those kids who has wanted to become a doctor their whole life. If you actually have the willingness to pursue it, it doesn't matter if you wanted to become a doctor since prep or if you decided it later on in high school. And until quite late, I myself thought that we only needed good grades to be able to get into medicine. So the whole UCAT and interview process were quite a big surprise for me, and I didn't really understand them too much until I delved more into stuff like med entry. So if anything, you guys right now are probably a lot better off than I was, and might actually be a lot better off than your peers around you who are also trying to get into medicine. The whole experience itself, I would definitely say, is quite humbling because you are in a very competitive space with other people who are trying very hard to do exactly what you're trying to do. And I myself found this out when, through my best effort, I got like 26th percentile on my first ever med entry practice test. But even that self, you could say, is sort of a form of motivation, and it can get you to achieve things that you wouldn't otherwise find yourself doing. Because after that, you sort of had a purpose, and that's maybe whether it be to just increase your score little by little, or to get more familiar with the question types, or get more confident in answering questions, whatever it may be. But you definitely can, create good habits if you sort of use it as motivation. For example, for me, the workshops that Dr. Ray himself hosted played a big role in how I approached med school admissions. You learn things there which often help you all the way through the process, and it doesn't just end at UCAT. Because pretty much the purpose of UCAT is just to get yourself an interview, and through that interview you're given a seat. And this is where a lot of people, including myself, almost fall into a trap of, underestimating the interview process and underestimating how competitive and selective it actually is. Because a lot of people, what they do is, they've spent a long year studying hard and they just want to laze around all Christmas holidays, but they have to realize that there's just one small step left, and if they do treat that seriously, they'll be able to, laze around for however long they want after they're in med school. And it was a massive eye-opener for me because I remember going to one of the med entry mock interview sort of sessions, and I had no idea what I was saying. I was just blabbering on, trying to fill the seemingly endless time we had to talk for. So I guess when you do have people there to give you crucial feedback, and people themselves who have experienced the interview process, they can sort of show you the ropes and give you that confidence boost you really need. Because if I could give one piece of advice, it is confidence goes a long way, whether it be in UCAT or your studies or the interview or just in life in general. And I would definitely say if you could take one thing away, it would definitely be confidence takes you a long way.